Hi, my name is Drew, and if we haven't met before, welcome to ReadyBudgetGo. If it's not your first time visiting my channel, welcome back. I'm glad you're here either way. It's Tuesday, and on Tuesdays, I do my Batman Savings Challenge binder. I do my Celebration Savings, which are here in the Green Lantern binder. I've got 3 of my mini box challenges. I have a whole bunch of scratch and roll challenges, and I have 2 other savings books to work on. Lots to do today, lots of money to save. Let's jump in. As I was taking everything out to get ready to film today, I just was like, I got to get this thing and this thing and this thing and this thing. And it just kind of kept piling up. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to film the intro with everything laid out in front of me. But now it's time to set most of this aside. We are going to start in the Celebration Savings Challenge book. This one is one that is available on my Etsy shop. I keep it in this Green Lantern binder, but it can come bound with the separate 3 rings for you. And we are flipping to August. I need to do the scratch portion first. So let me get out my scratch tool here. And let's see, what else? Oh, okay, the vacuum and the dice tray. There are 7 spots left. I have a D7 somewhere. I have no idea where. It's going to be a while before I find that thing. So let's just roll a D8. And that will tell us where to go. Spot number 1. So we're going to go right here. And that's a 1, so I will go again. Now I can roll a D6. So let's do whichever one I can get out first. A Punisher die. Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a 4. Okay, so that is going to be $5 for the scratch portion. Then we have this roll and save. So let's roll 2 dice this week. And we've got a 4 and a 3. And somewhere I have that green pen. I don't know which one it was, so I'm just going to use one. And this I'm sure is different. This kind of mint Tiffany green. Oh yeah, you can't even see that. Okay, let's go 1 shade darker. Well, not much better. Okay, we'll go 2 shades darker. There we go. 4 and a 3. And then I can't remember which color I used for these hearts. I think it was this one. I'm going to do 3 of these at $5 each. Okay. And we'll do some diverse hands here. So let's start with this color. And let's try this color. Not sure if this is one I've already done before. It might be. That's okay. Yeah, might not. And then one more. Let's use this one. I'm not sure how well this even shows up on camera because I can barely see it looking right at it. All right. So I need 15, 22, 27. 25 and 7. And then let's go to the front and see if I can condense any of that. I probably can. Oh, yes. So we have 20, 40, 50, 5, 60, 2, and 3. So I'll keep the 13 and I'll put the rest of this business back for a 50. Set that binder to the side, and I didn't fill out my book for this week. So let me get that out. I'll get it populated, and then we'll start recording the amounts, and we'll keep going with the savings. I am back, and I wrote down all of the, oops, wrong page. I wrote down all of the different games and challenges that I'm going to play today. So starting with Celebration Savings, got 27. Next, we're going to go into the 3-2-1 Liftoff book. So let me set this aside, and we'll get that book out. And I can't remember what I decided to do last week. Looks like I colored one for Earth. I scratched for Venus. Okay, so I think we're just taking a trip through the book the first time around, and then I'll use the D20 to decide where we're going, and we'll just kind of flit around the universe. Okay, so now we're on to the sun and the moon. And for the sun, it says, if giant balls of burning gas are your thing, have I got a star for you? Color in the stars and save $2 each so we can get out of here before I get a sunburn. For the moon, it says, as we loop around the sun and head toward the outer limits of known space, we encounter our moon, desolate and solitary. Save a little, but don't linger. Okay, so I am going to color in a star on the sun for $2. Let's do that here. I'm just going to do it in yellow so that if I go outside the lines, it won't show as much. Plus, it's the sun, so it'll just burn off anyway, right? And then for the moon, I'm going to color that in gray. We'll use this kind of a darker gray here. So all of the amounts in this book are $1, $2, and $3. There's nothing bigger than that. If you want a bigger challenge, or if you have more money to save, you can always use a multiplier or a die or something to decide, what multiple you want to save. All right, so $5 for this spread for the week. Set that one aside. We'll put $5 in the 3-2-1 Liftoff envelope. Oh, I can condense a little. So there was 9 last week, so I can put 2 5s down for a 10. And we're up to 14. Next is going to be the high, middle, low disco. So let's get out the discotheque book. And in this one, I think we're just using the D20 to tell us which page to go to. So let's get out a D20. And that is page number 3. Oops. So we're right over here. And then I need a D6 to tell us which one to scratch. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go down here at the bottom right. So we have a 9 for the high, a 6 for the mid, and a 2 for the low. So let's get out the high, middle, low die. And it says we're saving the middle amount this week. So we're going to save $6. And I think I might have colored that in last time. I can't remember. I think we did page 9 last week. I did not color anything in. So it will be a complete and total surprise. Of course, you don't have to sticker these or have them stickered. And once they're scratched off, you can use them again as is, or you can re-sticker them. Sky's the limit. So we have $11 in here. I'm going to put 2 5s back for a 10. And I will write down that that was 6 and 3, 2, 1 was 5. Say hello to Magna Carta, so named because of her magnetic closure. Oops, that was a 6. And this was a 5. Not that it really matters. Okay. I mean, not that it matters which order they're in. So now it's time for 2026. This is very exciting because this finishes my second pass through this challenge. And I'm going to just color in this 2 here. So I saved $520 the first time through, and I colored in all these racetrack looking symbols. This next time through, I've been coloring on all the 2s. And the third time through, I will color in all the 0s, and I save $20 each time. So what will that be? 260, let's see, 520, 1040, $1,560 by the time I do it the third time. And this is a freebie. I already have the 2027. I might even show that at an opportune time in this video. I might show that. So I am going to put $20 in, even though I will reset this envelope after this week, just to say that I got there and did all of that. So $20 rather. I already wrote that down because I knew what it was going to be. Let's move on to the 7 Virtues and 7 Deadly Sins, which is a scratch-off challenge, again, available in my Etsy shop. Here they all are. And once again, I find myself in need of a D7. But that's okay. We'll use the D8. Card number, oh no, we're just going to use a D6. We're in the Batman binder, so let's use Batman. Okay, card number 6. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We roll for even or odd for sin or virtue. Odd, so we're doing the sin. There's only 1 left. And it's going to be, it looks like $1. Okay. So $1 so far. Let's go again. That's a 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we are on diligence and sloth. Odd, so we're doing the sin again, which is sloth. There's only 2 spots left. Number 1, so we'll go right here. It's another $1. Okay, so we'll take that and we'll put in 2, but we're going to keep going here. Number 3. So 1, 2, and 3. We are on chastity and lust. Even, so we are doing the virtue this time, but the virtue is done, so we're going to do the sin, which is lust. We ran out of virtues, so now we're on to the sin, and that is $4, and I'm going to stop there. So we'll put in a total of $6 this week. Finished a card, which is great. Each card saves $75 between front and back. So, and the whole game, or the whole challenge altogether, saves $525. So $6 is going into the 7 Virtues and 7 Sins. And let's see what's in here. So far we have 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 5, 47, 48, and 49. So we'll swap those 2 1s for a 2. That goes back in, and then let's do the 80s. This is another one where these cards are starting to get completed. That one's done. This one has 1 left, 2 left, 1 left, 2 left, 4 left, 6 left. Talk to the hand is not popular. That's done. 1 left, and that's done. Okay, so let's just roll a D10, and if one is done, we'll just roll the D10 again, or we'll do the next one, or I don't know, we'll figure it out. Number 9, I think that's done. Don't have a cow, and there is 1 left on it. So we will be finishing this one. Each one of these saves $50, and there are placeholders on the back. Ooh, and this is $9. So this is the only one we're going to do this week. I will say, if you don't already own this challenge and you would like to, quantities are extremely limited. I will not be reprinting this. I have got fewer than 10 left. Once it's gone, it's gone. Also, if you order this from me on my Etsy shop, it won't have these semicircle looking scratch stickers. It will have just the regular circle stickers. Okay, so that one is done. Let's put 9 buckaroos into the 80s envelope. And so far, this challenge has 100, 200, 300, and 50, 70, 80, 5, 90, 2, and 4. So we'll do 2 5s and a 10 for a 20. This is a $500 challenge, so a little more than $100 left to go. Destination savings is going to be next. This one is also getting pretty close, I feel like. Of course, it's the one on the bottom. Available on Etsy. And we've got a couple that are completely done. And I was doing this a different way to begin with, and then I moved and things just kind of got thrown into the rinse cycle. So let's just see what we're going to do this week. So we have got Geneva, and we can do sightseeing for 8 or food for 2. We're going to go sightseeing for $8, but that's the only one that I'm going to do this week. So we'll mark that off. We'll put this one back into the mix. Oh, I still had, oh goodness. These still had things on them. Oh well, I completely changed the way I was doing this, and now it's got me all confused. So, all right. $8 is the upshot of all of that going in here. I also need to make sure that I stay caught up with the book. I don't want to get too far ahead of that. So there's 12 in here already. So I'm going to put those down and grab a 20. And let's go back to the book. So 7 and 7, the 7 deadly sins, that was 6. The 80s was 9. Destination is 8. Okay, save the plates is up next. And for save the plates, we need that box, which is now this one. And let's see what state we're going to this week. We are going to Puerto Rico. Okay, so we're not going to a state, we're going to a Commonwealth. And I'll need a D6. Really, I need a D5. Let me see if I can find the EVA D5. Not immediately handy. There it is. Okay. Number 5. All right, so we're doing $3 for Puerto Rico. I will try to color this in with black. Black is a color that does not take well on this finish. Yeah. This challenge is $1,500 altogether. The states each save $28, all 50 states. And then the territories, the District of Columbia, those 6 other places, each total different amounts. So, but those 6 altogether total $100. And then the states altogether, the 50 states, total $1,400. So together it makes $1,500. All right, $3, 2, and a 1. Puerto Rico goes on the bottom. And next we have Ohio, my home state, my new home state. 4. So we're doing $1 here. Oops. Pen slipped in my grip, and I was actually doing pretty well with the staying inside the lines, and then it just all went to heck. Okay. So $1 whole there, and I think that is where I'm going to stop for this week. I'm only doing 2 a week, but it makes the challenge last. Okay. So let's put 1 back, grab another 2. And let's see what the envelope has in it. Oh, well, I can just put a 1 back and grab a 5. And a 5 back and grab a 10. Oh. So this envelope has 100, 200, 300, and 50, 70, 82. So we're not even a third of the way through yet. Long way to go on that one. Save the Parks is going to be up next. This one is new. And we are doing American Samoa this week. I'm going to do the D4 roll and the D10 roll. So let's get those out here. D4. and D10. And we've got a 9 and a 2. I need a dry erase marker. There we go. 2 and a 9. So $11 is going to go into this one. And American Samoa will go on the bottom. We'll do arches next week. This is one of my favorites of all of the designs in this challenge. Okay. Save the pucks. So we had 10, 12 in here already. So adding 11 brings us to 23. So that one's off to a good start. I better make sure I keep up here. So save the plates was 4 and the parks was 11. All right. Save by color is up next. And I took everything out of this envelope, placeholders and all. Sorry about the glare, Kimmy. I know that bothers you, so there we go. Okay. Then we have the multicolor dice. These are not rolls. I'm just throwing them into the bin as I get them out of the drawer. All right. So let's give these all a big roll. Oh, wow. Okay, so where's that dry erase? There it is. Red is a 5. Orange is a 6. Yellow is a 1. Green is a 6. Blue is a 6. And purple is a 4. So that means we are saving $10, $15, $16, $22, $28 into this challenge for the week. That is one of the higher weeks for that. So since I already have all the money out, or the prop bills, yeah, 20, 5. And there's 1 in here, so I'm going to put that back and grab 2 2s. 2 2s. So far, 1,000, 100, 200, and 50, 70, 80, 5, 87, 89. And the reason why there's 1,000 in here is because I already did the other side completely. So then I put that backward, so that goes like that. Apologies for knocking the camera stand there. Denominations dice is next. So we need to first figure out what we're doing for the high, the medium, and the low roller. And get these out here. Oh, and I better write that money down, or that amount down before I forget. That was 28 and save by color. So denominations dice, this is a brand new challenge. We did a wild high roller last week. And I think I've got these kind of all cattywampus here. So let me put these back in order first. So there's the low roller. Medium, I think, was a D8. Yeah. And then this wild goes at the end. So I've got 1 for the low, 1 for the mid, 1 for the high. I'm going to roll these, and that is going to tell me which ones I do. Okay, so we've got at least 1 D20 roll here, and that is on the high. D20 is blue. And then we've got a green D10 and a green D8. So there's the green D8. There's the green D10. So now I need an 8, a 10, and a 12. So there's the 12, there's the 10, there's the 8. I think Eva blew on these dice. All right, so the D20. Oh, I rolled the wrong one. That was a D12. I got to roll a D20. Oh my gosh, if this is a 1, I'm going to laugh. Wow. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Sometimes when you roll a D20, you roll a 1. So we're gonna save $3 whole for this challenge for this week. This was a 1. It got knocked by the D20. So $3 is going to go in, and that's okay because that just leaves more money for other challenges later on. My goodness. Oh, I'm going to have to send Eva a text message. Eva is Budget Your Life, and if you aren't coming to her lives on Thursdays, come join us. It is a ton of fun, and you will learn all about why rolling ones is hilarious. Okay, so 20, 2, 4, and 5 so far. So we'll put all that down, 4 or 5. Retail therapy is up next. I need both of these. Oh, we put $20 in here last week. My goodness, we went on a shopping spree. Okay. Oh, I better write down that $3 for the denominations dice game. I don't want to forget that. That is something else. Okay, so I've got my token. I'm just starting on start again, even though I know this isn't where we finished last week. That's totally fine. We have the scorecard here. I'm going to swap. There we go. Okay, so now I need to roll a d6. And let's do 7 Up. And we got a 1, so we are in the toy department. So toys, and we rolled a 1 to get here, so that's $1. Let's go again. A 2, bless you. So we're in tech, and we rolled a 2 to get here, so that's $3. I'm not going to bother condensing yet, and I'm probably going to go a little longer than I otherwise would because denominations dice took so little. Another 1. So we're in the shoe department, or the shoe store, and that's $4. So I will put 1 back and take a 5 for that. Shoes are expensive, man. If you know, you know. Okay, a 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're in kids because they didn't get enough from the toy store. We rolled a 4 to get here, so that's $3. So I'm going to put 7 back and grab a 10. A 5. Okay, this is probably our last roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're at the movies, and with a 5, we save $7. So that's going to be $18 going in this week, and I think that is a good place to stop. Put these aside. There we go with 18, so a total of 38. We'll put this in the front. Corny Sayings is up next. These are minis, but I'm just doing D6 dice rolls for them. Write down in here that retail therapy was $18. So let's roll a D6 5 times. I'm just going to use the same the same 7 Up die. This is from Eva at Budget Your Life. So we've got a 3, a 2, bless you, a 1, a 5. Can I get a 4 or a 6? Nope, another 2. Okay, so 5, 7, 10, 13. Not too bad for that for the week. So I'm going to write in 13, and I will come back and total this in just a moment. So I am going to take 7 out. Oh no, actually I'm going to take, I'll take 47 out and I will put in 60. So far, $62 for this card plus some amount from the previous cards. There are 10 in this set. It's available on my Etsy shop as a physical item or as a digital. And I'm just going through all of them kind of one by one. Okay, so that is that. Now let's total up everything that we saved today, or that I saved today. Well, we saved it. I mean, you watched. You were here. You cheered me on, so thank you for that. So we've got 27, 32, 38, 58, 64, 73, 81, 85, 96. 96 plus 28 is 124. 127, 145, plus 13 is 158. So 158, significantly lower than last week, but that means that I have more money to put toward Friends Day Wednesday. So in Friends Day Wednesday, I will go through a whole bunch more savings games and challenges, as well as the Jungle Adventure book from Eva Budget Your Life, which is getting close to done. So that is exciting. I hope you'll join me tomorrow for that. But for now, thank you so much for joining me and Magna Carta for this episode of my Tuesday savings. If you enjoyed the video, please leave it a thumbs up. Drop a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and until we see you in the next one, take care.